What's up everyone, welcome to another video. Stormgate is currently open to play to everyone, and from next week it's going to be free to play for everyone as well. Now that begs the question, has the game improved enough? The last time I made a video on Stormgate on this channel was about half a year ago, and it's safe to say that in the eyes of many, this game didn't live up to the hype and expectations. Now hopefully since then, they have made about a half year worth of progress, and today I'm going to be showing you guys gameplay of every single faction to test that. Let's begin with Vanguard. All right, so we are playing Vanguard, against Grimmy, actually. I was just watching his stream. This guy, it's off topic, of course, but this guy must be extremely tired because I saw he was live for 17.5 hours already. That is longer than the longest stream I've ever done. Now, first things first, I do think when it comes to the graphics, they have improved. I know that the art style and everything is, well, not the favorite of many people, let's put it that way. For me, that's where there's like a slight disconnect between me and a big part of the audience, is that I don't actually mind the art style that much. I care more about the visibility in fights. Like, I want to make sure that you can actually, you know, see what is going on, which in the last version that I played wasn't really the case, to be honest. Like, it was sometimes very hard to distinguish which even were your own units and the enemy's units, so that was not that great. They did improve in that aspect, so I'm quite happy with that. Now, just to say initially, or before we get going, I should say, Vanguard plays the most similar to Terran, or maybe it doesn't play similar to Terran, but the tech tree and stuff, the way that works, that is the most similar to Terran. So you're gonna have a barracks type building, a factory type building, and a starport type building. The tech tree is not exactly the same. Like, I'm pretty sure you can start the starport building before making the factory building, for example. And you can also make the barracks before the supply depot, in case you were wondering why you could build that right away. Now, just to clear up a little bit of confusion, these abilities in the top, they are pretty easily understandable if you think of them as an orbital command abilities. Like, for example, this one is Bob Overcharge, which makes your workers a little stronger, makes them build a little stronger as well. And then these abilities you unlock when you actually upgrade your command post to the version of the orbital command, right? So these are mostly abilities that you would have on an orbital command, like stuff like Chrono Boost, for example, with the other factions. So that way, it's probably a little easier to understand. I feel like top bar abilities, they can get a little overwhelming because you're not used to those as StarCraft players. Now, it seems like my opponent is going for a very fast mech bay. I actually haven't seen this strategy yet. I guess I'll make a bunker up there. I'm not quite sure what's the name for the bunker again. A sentry post. All right. Now, one thing I want to touch on as well is one thing that I'm going to criticize here, and that is the sound design in this game. I think on this map, the sound for you guys should be pretty low. In fact, you guys might not even really hear the music and stuff. That's because the sound is incredibly inconsistent throughout the maps. So I'm someone who doesn't want the sounds to be too loud. Like, I feel like I get, you know, overloaded a little bit when it comes to my senses. So I prefer to just tune everything down because one map is a little too loud, and that sucks for me. Another part is that the not enough Luminite sound, which is the primary resource, is so annoying that I had to turn off the voices completely. Like, I'm not kidding. It's actually a horribly annoying sound. It's very unrefined. Oh, he seats out an accident. This is like a, I guess like a Hellion type, or maybe like a Cyclone type unit that you need to siege so it shoots air. It feels like he's clicking that button on accident all the time. Like, I'm not quite sure why otherwise he would need it. Now, I wanted to expand fast, but I can't because he went for high mobility attacks. Now, just to get back to the sound design, what I was going to say, the sound for Not Enough Luminite was so unrefined and so loud that at some point I was playing, without exaggeration, I would look at my resources first before making a unit because I was scared of hearing that sound. So if you guys are wondering why you're not going to hear any of the voices, it's because I was pretty much forced to turn it off because of that sound. So that's going to impact the sound design, at least in your experience, a little bit more. Now, let's see. We're going to be behind economically, but remember what I said about this ability makes your workers build faster. The moment I can take my base safely, which is probably when I'm going to get my Exos out with that... well, with this tech building coming online, the Biokinetics Lab basically enables you to make a form of Marine. That should be good enough range attack to deal with that. Now, I'm going to take a little bit of a risk here because he can run up my ramp and punish me, but it seems like he went back because he's scared of something. I don't know what he's scared of exactly. Like, admittedly, I haven't played that much, so I'm not into the meta 100%. But, I mean, it's good for me because that means I'm going to be able to get my base up. It's going to go for a barracks now. Oh, yeah, by the way, this faction can actually salvage the buildings for 100% of the cost. So I think what my opponent did is actually pretty cool. He went for the barracks. Then he made the factory unit, which allowed him to get the cyclone type unit out, which is called a hedgehog. And then he salvaged the barracks, which is pretty cool. Now, this is one of my favorite mechanics. This is one of the mechanics that I really appreciate about this game. It's something small, but the bunker that I built, it changes depending on what unit you put inside. So now it was a buzzsaw cannon, and then I changed it to the exo, and now it's a flak cannon, and they're all like differently good against air or against splash damage or whatever. Wait, okay, now I'm curious. I just salvaged this building on accident with a marine inside, and now I'm wondering if the marine actually... Okay, thank goodness it... I was so worried I killed my own exo there. That would have been pretty freaking brutal. Let's see, what do I need to do now? I'm not quite well versed at playing against this mech style that my opponent's going for, so I'm not 100% sure. I think what I'm gonna do... Notice how I have this energy up here, by the way. That's obviously for the spells. I'm saving it because I can upgrade my base, and then this ability is gonna be available to me, which is gonna increase the veterancy on my units, which is gonna make that a lot better. Oh, this is another thing that I want to criticize about the game, by the way. I felt like there are too many situations where you're forced to sit back. Like there's a lot of that hyper mobility. That's a thing I really hate in RTS games, by the way. Also not really a fan of, you know, creep spread and zerglings on creep and stuff. But there's a lot of situations where I feel like the opponent has a hyper mobile unit, pretty much from every faction as well. And then if you're not playing that style, you kind of just have to sit back. Like, for example, even the camps, I haven't been able to take the camps because he went for the fast unit. And, you know, that diminishes my scouting already. And I just feel like I can't do a whole lot. That happens a decent amount in this game. Like, my opponent should be pretty significantly ahead now just because he has all the camps. As you can see on the minimap, he has all the camps. Some of those give resources. Some just give... I think the vision tower does give resources as well. The healing camp doesn't. They did improve the icons and stuff on those, so you can quite clearly see what they all do. That's speed, of course. Now, let's see. Okay, so I got my second ability, or my second row of abilities unlocked. I'm now promoting my units to be... I think it's called elite or whatever. I just give them more veterancy, pretty much. But I want to keep 25 energy so I can use the shield. That's one of my other abilities that's really good. I feel like since I have the shield now, I can probably go out on the map and do something, at least a little bit. I might be able to catch him off guard because it didn't really seem like he had any scouting units on this path. Like, if he actually has no scouting, I might be able to just run into his natural, which would be very, very good for me. I have this flak cannon, which is not going to defeat his entire army, but it might do a decent job at least. I think it would be good for me to get... Oh, he has a pretty big army already, actually. Oh, most of his army was at home. I think I'm going to use the shield on that one. Look, so that's exo a shield, which means that it's not going to die very fast at all. If his units shoot at it, they're not going to be able to stop that very easily, and that's why he's running away for now. That makes... Oh, I didn't see that cannon. Do need to be really careful for that. Looks like my shield ran out now. I'm not quite sure how well my units are going to do against his, to be honest. Like, I'm just kiting away. Oh, wait, that actually... Was that the unit that had shield? I thought my unit with shield died earlier. All in all, seems like a relatively even trade, but my opponent did go for a third base a little earlier. This makes me think that the mech style is probably significantly better. How much does that cost? Oh, it's 25 energy. I can't use ball overcharge to build this. That's unfortunate. It does seem like the mech style is a little better. I'm not quite sure if it's because the mech units are actually better, or because they just give you the map control, putting you in a better spot. Because his economy definitely should have been superior to ours this entire game. So it could also make sense that, you know, maybe they're not necessarily better, but he was just in such a good spot that it's fine for him. Now, I don't have my shield on cooldown now, or it is in cooldown rather, so I probably should be staying quite close to my bunker over here. It would make sense for me to transition to mech as well myself, but I don't really have enough therium for that yet, which is the second resource here. I think I want to definitely at least saturate, you know, this base first, because I am quite low on minerals. You also get... sorry if I confuse the terms, by the way, but I think if I say minerals, for example, you guys will know what I mean anyway. It's a little hard for me to do commentary on a new game when it's kind of similar to the game I usually commentate with units. Like, for example, this to me, I want to call those Marines, you know. I want to call these supply depots and these SCVs. So, but I'm trying my best, I promise. Now I'm going to make a Therium mining building over here, which I believe is called a scrapyard. I'm not quite sure what I should be doing from here, guys, because my opponent, if I had to guess, he might already be on freaking 4 bases, which really could spell a little bit of doom for me. Now, the only reason I'm out here is because my shield is about to come off cooldown up there. And that is, yeah, the only thing that could freaking save me in a fight. I do have a scan, by the way. I guess I'll use it now. It does take a bit of energy, but I just want to know what's going on. It doesn't have an animation yet, so for now it's a flying robot dog, which is kind of funny. Okay, so my opponent is playing... He's playing Lancer Hedgehog, which doesn't seem like the most robust style ever. He's actually going to spam Lancer. Is that really his composition? Lancer Hedgehog? Okay, well, I mean, I want to learn from my opponent, but I'm also questioning it at the same time, because it doesn't sound like the best composition ever. I'm going to go for a couple of mech bays myself now, which is the factory type of building. I think I could either go for Vulcans, which I guess is the Diva-like unit with a machine gun. I think that is pretty good against a lot of small units. I could also go for the Atlases, which is more like a siege tank type of unit. Okay, so my opponent does not actually have a lot of... That was very interesting, by the way. What I just saw here, he was only making the scrapyard now. So he didn't have a lot of Therium all this time, which means he might actually have 0 high-tech units. It might literally be just pure Lancer Hedgehog, which means I can defend... Well, just making a couple bunkers, I believe. In the open, I might struggle against that for sure. But if I fight in range of a bunker, we should be okay. Now I'm going to get a couple of Vulcans out. There are upgrades for the Vulcans that I might want to get. Let's see if there's any upgrades I'm missing. Allow Exos. Oh, they also have tier 3 upgrades. The last time I played, there wasn't really a tier 3. So that is something I might have to get used to still. Now let's see. I'm going to get the machine lab. And then... What do I need for this? Oh, if I get a machine lab, I can go up to tier 3. I'm not quite sure if there's any tier 3 unit that is, you know, that I want in particular in this situation, because I realistically haven't built them yet, but I guess we'll see. Now, so far, the way this is playing, for you know, my opinion on this game at least, is that it does feel a little too slow, perhaps. I kind of doubt saying that, because I don't think slow games are necessarily bad, but I feel like for the type of game it is, it does feel a little bit slow. So that is maybe something they could work on. Maybe they could tweak the economy a little bit, but at least that's what it feels like for me. And once again, it is a little annoying for me that I'm just so forced to be passive all this time, right? Like, it felt like he got map control once, and then I was just instantly forced to be really passive. That is not my ideal style. Okay, I'm gonna use the shield really fast. That shield is gonna pop off. I guess did he also use it? I can't tell, because okay, that's another visual effect that is a little bit of a mistake by them, I can tell. It's that the animation of the Lancer upgrade, it kind of looks like the shield. So right there, I couldn't actually tell whether one of his units was shielded or if it was just the Lancer upgrade that was doing that. Oh, please kill that one thing. I also have no idea who's winning this fight, by the way, but I don't think that has much to do with the visibility. That just has to do with me not having any idea how these units work against each other. So the Hedgehog seems really strong, even against the mech, by the way, surprisingly. Now, good for me is that I still have a couple of defensive bunkers, so I don't have to worry about this too much. I don't have anything in here. You can also put workers in there, and then they kind of become... a healing tower. That also works. Let's see. I don't really want to lose this. Ah, man. Those things are better than I thought, really. I was saying I wasn't 100% a fan of his composition, but those things are definitely better than I thought. Like, they are doing quite well. Let's see if I can maybe kite him a little bit. There's a Vulcan on the way. He's going to be able to take that down. But this might not be the worst thing ever for me. I can also use the Bob Overcharge to make these guys a little bit stronger so they don't die to the Hedgehogs right away. I think maybe I should get a couple more barracks out here as well. I'll use the Bob Overcharge. I think Bob Overcharge has a cooldown per independent main base. So, oh no, actually it doesn't. Oh wait, so they changed that. I think it used to be that way. Okay, then that's a little bit of a risky move by me. Kind of needed that Bob Overcharge over here. Now, it does really surprise me that these Hedgehogs are kind of keeping up with my Vulcans and Exos and stuff. He's trying to target this one down. I tried to pull it back, but I failed there, unfortunately. Let's Let's see. I'm gonna try to surround his Vulcan with my workers, see if that's gonna work. Actually, kind of feels like my workers are trading pretty decently here, right? Like, that is really not so bad. Man, these Hedgehogs, definitely a unit I'm gonna have to be building later on, because they seem pretty magnificent, I have to say. I'm gonna try to escape. The Vulcans also seem really bad against the Hedgehogs, by the way. So now I know that that was definitely a bit of a bad choice, and it looks like we are gonna lose the first game. Yeah, I mean, I don't think anything particularly annoying happened in this game. I've definitely had a lot of Stormgate games where a lot of annoying stuff happens, but this time it wasn't. I just think my opponent played a better strategy. I didn't quite know how good these Hedgehogs were. Apparently, they are better than I thought, so I'll try to make them next game. But that is it for the Vanguard gameplay. Let's go to the Infernals. All right, so we're playing Infernal against Vanguard on Titan's Causeway. Now, I think this is the only map that I actually know by name, because I remember playing this in a team league my friends made me play in. I think like probably that's not a half a year ago. I think that was like 3 or 4 months ago or so. Now, Infernal is the Zergy faction, but I don't actually think it has too much in common with Zerg. I think it's mostly the fact that there's Shroud, which is very creepy. There are a couple of abilities here. One is cover the entire map in Shroud, and the other one is, yeah, it spawns what is basically a 1-minute creep tumor, I suppose, but it doesn't really have the same effects. It doesn't make you faster or anything. It just heals your shields. Like, I can show you guys right here. This guy has 25 shields. It is the white health. And if I put it here, that is slowly gonna go up. So that is pretty much what it does. I think that is the only advantage that it gives you. You can also just build off Shroud. You don't have to build on it like you do with Creep. So I guess even though it is kind of the Zergy faction, I really don't think it plays like Zerg that much. It's also not super swarmy. In fact, I have tried to play it like it is swarmy, and it hasn't been too successful for me. I think it's better to kind of play like the big picture macro game with a lot of big units and stuff, but I could be wrong. As you saw in the last game with Vanguard, I was also, you know, caught off guard by a person that actually knew what to do. So it's probably going to be the same when I catch a, you know, Infernal player that knows what to do. Now, the reason why you can be annoying with the dog early on is because there are, I don't know exactly where they are, but there are like little flowers on the map that I guess you can eat. I suppose that you eat them and you heal. So since the dog is the fastest, you can just kind of nibble away at your opponent's structures or early game units and then go on and heal up with that. That's why they're very often annoying with the dog, because it doesn't matter if they lose HP that much. You can even do it in a Vanguard mirror. If you play dog against dog, you can just, as long as you're the one that's closest to, you know, the actual flower, if you know where it is, then you can take as much damage as you want. It's not really that big of a deal. So I can scout with this ability, by the way. This ability is Infest. Infest is a very important mechanic for Infernal. Infest means that if you infested a target and then kill it, it spawns a little fiend for you, which is like a little, I guess like a weak Zergling kind of thing. And with this skull, you can infest one target early on. Later on, you can upgrade your units to do the infesting instead. But you can also scout with it, because it's a skill that lasts for 12 seconds. So I'm just going to make sure to be close enough to my opponent's base, because it does expire at some point, and then I can scout with that. Now, I do think that the scouting overall in this game is quite good. I just don't like the early game try-hardness that much. Like, I don't really want to be like in anxiety mode the second the game begins with a lot of these early game units, especially if you play against Celestials, which have the really annoying, yeah, like flying cores that can shoot down already. If you're Vanguard, you don't have anti-air. That's incredibly annoying to deal with early on and quite stressful. And the dog as well. Now, in the previous version that I played, there was no early game unit for Infernal, so the dog really was a big problem. Now at least you have this thing, so it's not as bad. But I am not really a fan of, especially when it comes to new players, putting them in like the high stress situation immediately, where there's one thing that just nibbles away at their workers that they're gonna have to deal with right away. That is something that I'm not 100% on board with. Now I'm gonna put 6 on the Therium. Normally I think the limit is 5, or well, if you put 5, it mines out very slowly. But you can put as much as you want. But I think I want to get my upgrade a little faster, so I can upgrade my little guns to have Infest. I feel like that would be a really good idea. So Hedgehogs really seem to be the flavor of the month here, right, guys? That is something very noticeable. I got hedgehogs against my Vanguard, and now we got a hedgehog opening against my Infernals. I didn't know that hedgehogs are what you want to build against Celestials, because otherwise you don't have anti-air fast enough. But I'm kind of surprised to see them being built in the other matchups as well. Now let me use my one infestability so I can spawn the little fiend there. That is always quite nice. Need to make sure to get the ritual chamber. I always forget that. Like, you can make the infest for these Gaunts, these ranged units, when you get the second tier, which I'm upgrading now. But then I always forget to make the building that actually upgrades them, so that would be quite useful. Now, surprisingly, my opponent hasn't actually taken camps yet. By his build, I think I could tell that he played expansion first, by the way, which means he didn't have his units that fast. Oh, he was taking them now. Look at that. I'm going to be able to steal it from him. That is cool. That was only 2 hedgehogs, right? Like, his army... I could be wrong, but his army looked pretty freaking tiny to me. Now, these things are fast and they're really good at kiting. I don't think I want to fight against that camp yet, especially not in range of his hedgehogs. Because I don't know what the rest of his army is like. Wait, can I get through these? Oh, I think I'll have to mine these out. That is not a bad idea. Okay, I'm going to show you guys this mechanic because this is pretty cool. You can use a worker to basically take care of the trees. And wait, okay, there we go. I'm going to make the upgrade now. Take care of the trees, and then I can get this camp, which spawns Luminite for me, which is a really big deal. That is probably the strongest camp in the game. I don't actually remember if I took that last game as well. Probably not. I just remember sitting in my base the entire game, so I think I have enough units to take this, but he did scout me with his dog, which is a little bit scary, of course. I think as long as I tank with the brute, we are going to be fine. I'm going to use my ability as well to spawn another fiend over here, and we're going to be able to take that quite easily. And now we just have a Luminite tower that is going to spawn Luminite for us until the end of time, which is, you know, obviously pretty massive. Now, the moment I get my Infest upgrade, Infest is about to finish, as you can see here. I want to be putting some pressure on my opponent, because I do feel like Vanguard is extremely strong if they get like their big bio ball up, and you kind of want to fight before that. Like, I did mention that Infernal is stronger in the late game, but I'm not super confident in those late game situations yet. So I think I just want to take the fight to him already. There we go. I think I might lose one brute, but that is not going to be that big of a deal. This is a Therium tower. So now I'm already going to have a tower of both resources, which is really, really nice. There's also another upgrade. Oh, I didn't even know that. 40% speed for the Gaunts. Okay, that's pretty awesome. By the way, Stormgate does have smart build menus, like you can see here. But I'm just a StarCraft player, so I still hotkey all my buildings and stuff. You don't actually have to do that, but I do it anyway. Now, let's see. Is there anything I can make happen here? He does have a strong bunker over there. Okay, so it looks like... Okay, that's interesting. My opponents or my units do not attack the workers automatically, even if they're close by. I'm not sure what game it is that made me think that they would, because in StarCraft they also wouldn't, of course. I'm just going to kill these because they will spawn fiends for me every time, which is really nice. I'm on top of the hedgehogs, guys. Hedgehogs are supposed to be in the back line, but I got on top of them, which is really nice. And now he cannot really... you know, repair this with his workers, because if he does, I'm going to be able to infest all of them, and I think my opponent might have been a little too greedy. Now, the Exos are incredibly strong, so I want to make sure that I'm careful here. I always need brutes to tank for my Gaunts, because the Gaunts die freaking Wait, is the game bugged? Or is it... I think it happened, right? Yeah, look at this. Sometimes there's a bug that just gives me vision. There's no way this is the Watchtower, right? The Watchtower is way too far. Like, I feel like I just have vision here for no reason now. That is also such a horrible bug, really. I could be wrong here, but I know it's a bug that does happen. Now, let's see. I don't think he has enough. Oh, wait. My movement speed upgrade finished. I forgot about it. Dude, that upgrade is so good. It looks like I have a speed cap upgrade, but I don't. And there we go. With my very hard pressure, we managed to beat it. And I think this game made it look like Hedgehog opening are not actually the best against Infernals, because I could still get map control. And the Hedgehogs died so fast against the Gaunts that I was able to just spawn a lot of Fiends there myself. That was a nice, easy Infernal game. Let's go to the final faction, the Celestials. All right, we are playing Celestials against Vanguard. Anyway, I think I know this guy's name. This guy is a Brood War player, I believe. Now, this is where I need to talk about balance a little bit. It feels a little weird to... oh yeah, this race is freaking insane, by the way, before I forget about it. Yeah, my main base flies, everything flies. This is the cheesiest race ever. A lot of people call this, like, you know, the Protoss of this game, and it does have some similarities. Like, you have power. What else is there? It's incredibly cheesy, like incredibly, incredibly cheesy. And I guess that's pretty much most. Oh, I probably like the angelic design. That's probably the three things that are similar to Protoss from StarCraft 2. But what I wanted to say is that balance in this game so far has honestly been very bad. And that is something that you might say you shouldn't criticize in a game that's early. But once again, guys, this game is going to be open to everyone to play and watch. So the product that there is right now, that's what we... you know, I have to judge and criticize on, and then they can improve on it or not. But yeah, the balance so far in every iteration I played in this game has been very bad. And that's a little worrying because that annoys me, and I'm sure some other people as well. Now, oh, I also have a scan early on, by the way. I think I might as well. Okay, so I think you should be here. Yeah. Look, this is exactly what I meant with the early game stuff. My opponent does not have anti-air, and I have this in his base. Like... I mean, he has to overcharge his building to make a barracks and then an anti-air thing. Wait, he's actually going to go for a rush himself. I guess I'll use the overcharge over here. Wait, he might try to actually kill this. Let's see. How do I build something over here? He's trying to bunker rush me, which is pretty funny. Let's see. So he didn't actually go for a command center first. He went for a bunker rush, which is quite interesting. Wait, the overcharge does not attack workers, apparently? Huh, that is interesting. Okay, so yeah, this is the kind of games that you get when you play this race. I am rushing him, and then he is rushing me, because that's just kind of what you do with this faction. I'm not even kidding. Like, that's how it freaking works. And now he has this. Wait, actually, can I fly this? I think I can fly this away. I can just fly this away. Look at this. Yeah, I would love to explain this to you guys, but it's just all my buildings fly. You can make stuff wherever you want as long as you have power, which is under this thing or next to a base as well. So once that finalizes, I'll be able to build them over here. And now I can just make a couple of these barracks type. Oh, I do need some power banks. Let's see. I'll make a power bank over here. Probably just another one over there. And now I'm expanding within my opponent's base who can rush me. I mean, I would love to be able to tell you guys that this is unusual, but it's not. This is just how this race works. This is like every single game with this freaking faction. I'm not even kidding. Every single game I play is something like this. It's actually absurd. And it makes it very hard to commentate because I don't even know what's going on. My opponent's building stuff over here. I think that was probably meant to be a bunker and not a supply depot, if I want to guess, but I'm not 100% sure. He's going to try to bunker rush me. I really didn't know that the overcharge doesn't attack workers, by the way. Should we try it again just to make sure? Or is that stupid? It's probably stupid. I think what I'm going to do instead is I'll just boost my production. I can do that as well. And I feel like I should be able to handle this just fine, but I suppose we'll find out. I think I'm going to send this one a little forward to make sure he doesn't get exos inside or lancers or whatever he's going to have. Let's see. Now, this also gets periodically healed by the CC, by the way. Actually, I'm going to overcharge this because of the dog. Let's see. Can I heal this? That'd be nice. There we go. So I'm going to get a couple of Argents out here, and I should be able to deal with this. My opponent did do a pretty cool strategy, but I feel like it probably is not going to work after all. Like, he's spending a lot of money on this, right? Keep in mind, he had 1 million workers on my side of the map, too. And now I'm just going to be able to cannon rush him from here. That's pretty much all this race does, by the way. You just cannon rush everyone, and I can make shield batteries and cannons and heal my units under the freaking arc ship that I have over here. So it's pretty hard for my opponent to deal with. Now, it really seems like he wants to go for a big attack. He's going to make a bunker. Can I actually kill that? I do have 5 guys. I should be able to kill that, right? Yeah, I'm going to be able to kill that pretty fast. If I was him, I would try to make it again. I can just kill it again, I believe. I do need to make sure to actually get something that has a little bit more firepower. Looks like I'm barely not going to be able to kill it. I did make a mistake by not having my arc ship in range. Like, that would have been very useful. Let's see. What am I going to build now? I don't know. I guess I'm just going to be killing his workers. These should not be dying too fast, but they are going to die at some point. Now, if my guys run out of energy, they become way weaker. So right now, these Argents are barely going to do any damage against the workers, as you can see, because they're just out of energy pretty much. Now, just to make sure that I keep targeting the workers. He is going to get upgraded Lancers from this. That's something that I have to be careful with. Like, the upgraded Lancers or the... I keep forgetting what it's called. The veterancy is going to make those very strong. He's going to lose another worker over there. I do have a heal available. Doesn't seem like it actually heals that much. And now I think I can slowly start targeting this. I'm out of energy. Wait. That actually splashes so far. You guys see the bounce on that? That is actually so freaking far. That is crazy. What the hell are you doing, guy? Come on, shoot that thing. Like, without energy, my units are basically doing no damage. This is actually insane. Like, I need a power bank because my units are just not doing any damage. So he's going to attack me again with his workers. And that is going to be a little hard for me to deal with. He's going to make another bunker. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try and make sure that I can deny his economy. I feel like that is the best thing I can do right now. I am still mining a very decent amount. Let's see, I guess I'll just shoot this for a while. Not quite sure how effective that's going to be exactly, but I can make this one as well. That's going to be able to transfer into a cannon later on. Let's see if I can target some of his workers. That would be nice. I mean, he still doesn't have a lot of workers out here. For some reason, his worker is tier 2 veterancy, which just sounds insane to me, but I guess... Did he just repair enough or something? I actually don't know. Now I can upgrade this one. I should probably do that. I'm going to upgrade this one. That's going to turn into a cannon. That's going to be significantly stronger. Just going to make sure that I target the workers again. His main base is actually slowly suffering, by the way. Like, his main base is slowly starting to die to my freaking triple Argent over here. Like, that is so random. He might not freaking pay attention to that, which would be hilarious. I mean, he's still not mining, really. And even though he's killing my Argents, I am still mining from a full base. In fact, I still have this thing that I could have landed this all the time, but I was so preoccupied trying to somehow explain what the hell was going on to you guys that I didn't actually ever get to land that, unfortunately. It looks like he might want to go back with the workers. My strike node is about to finish, so it's going to be shooting his basalt cannon over here, as you can see. Now, wait, can I overcharge against this thing now or not? No, I also can. Dude, I keep trying things and I keep failing because I'm just not sure. I think I'm going to make another one of these next to that. Let's see. He does have a Lancer attacking these things. So he is mining at least a little bit. Now, I can't believe how harshly his workers have out-repaired the damage of my things. Like, I think that is actually pretty freaking crazy. So that one is gonna die now. You can tell he's still repairing his main base. Oh, wait, look at this. Yes, I didn't even notice this. He put a worker in this, so it's a repair machine. Maybe that's why nothing is dying that he has. That is so freaking crazy. Actually, nothing is freaking dying because he has a repair machine that he can in turn repair. Which sounds freaking ridiculous, but that's what's going on right now. Like, I need to be able to kill this thing, but I simply haven't been able to. I think I'm going to bring these guys back, maybe so I can do, like, a little more damage. Now, let's see if I can... Oh, I don't actually have it ready yet. Like, this cannon cannot shoot this thing yet. I want to kill the repair machine. If the repair machine dies, that's going to be so much better for us. There we go. The repair machine finally goes down. Now I should be able to target some of the workers finally. Oh, let me keep making sure that the prisms are actually mining from this. That was a little bit of a rough misclick by me. I guess now I'm going to make another link node. He killed my power banks, so now I don't actually have energy to do stuff anymore. So I'm going to have to rebuild the power banks in the fight. Luckily for me, I'm now also finally mining from that thing. Let's see, let's try to upgrade this link node to a strike node as well. And it looks like we're finally freaking doing it, right? Right, guys? It's actually so stupid. Like, I'm not kidding. This is like every game. It's just some form of this. Like, it's actually freaking crazy. I think I'm going to make another link node over here. Oh, I actually made that on accident. I was probably trying to build something else. But wait, that could have been... No, actually, it doesn't do enough damage. Like, it could have been smart, but I don't think that thing does enough damage to really make it worth it, to be honest. Okay, so I'm going to start shooting the workers again. It looks like he's low on money, so his stuff might finally die for once. Let's see if he's going to try to run away with this one. I'm out of energy again. Let's see if I can target the workers with my cannon. I'm trying to focus everything on one worker right now, and hopefully it's finally going to die. If it dies, then he can repair the other worker, and then everything is finally going to fall, I believe. There we go. And now, hopefully, I have enough freaking damage on my one cannon, or whatever it's called, my one strike node to freaking kill this. It looks like we do. Gonna make another power bank over here, and there we go. He does have an exo now, so his tech is actually pretty decent. He has a pretty good amount of units, but I can overcharge against this, finally. I feel like I've been trying to overcharge for ages, and now we finally can, which just feels great to me. And I do have to make another power bank over here. Oh wait, I can't target that thing, apparently? I was trying to target it, but it didn't, so I'm not sure if I just failed really hard or if you can't. Maybe it's possible that you can't. I'm not 100% sure, actually. This cannon is kind of popping up from downtown over here. He is slowly going to be losing the workers. My overcharge or my mothership core thingy is also still working. Let me make sure to keep targeting the workers. I do have enough power banks now. I'm going to do a double overcharge over here. That's going to be pretty painful for him. I can probably target that one exo over there. That's going to be a pretty nice kill. I didn't even know you get veterancy on the workers by repairing stuff, by the way. Like, that's pretty freaking crazy. Now, I don't even know how many freaking workers this guy has anymore, because he's had more workers consistently than I thought. That bunker is going to fall. And, I mean, I already thought 3 times that we have won this game, and sometimes I thought we lost, so like, what do you guys want me to say? Do you guys know what's going on? I don't. I really do not. Okay, so he's trying to make a sentry post here. He really had a surprising amount of workers all this time, right? I wonder if he had something else going on, like economically throughout all of this. Like, did he maybe take my base at some point? Like, I would be surprised if he had the money for it, but just based on the stuff he has, I feel like he must have had something going on. I guess it is possible that he does have... Oh, he did find my... yeah, I mean, that's probably going to die. That's fine. I don't think he was really going to add too much over here, to be honest. I think I'm just going to drop some buildings over here so I can keep attacking. I don't think I can ever really... Oh, the range on that's crazy. I don't think I can ever really kill that. So I have to be quite careful here. We have to assume that our opponent's economy is better than ours now. I'm basically just making... Yeah, 3 barracks argent. What's it actually called? A creation chamber. 3 racks argent. And I have no idea whether that's going to be good enough, to be honest. Like, I do have this thing upgrading, which is going to be incredibly helpful. I don't know what the range on that thing... Okay, we found the range. There we go. Yeah, I think we found it, guys. Let's see. Maybe I can make this. I should be able to deny this from going up. I think we're just attacking it with a couple of homies over here. There we go. He does have a decent army, it seems like. I feel like I should be able to actually target this down. I don't think there's enough workers over here, guys. Yeah, like, this felt greedy, but I don't think he had enough workers over here, so that is going to fall. That is a really strong cannon. I might be able to kill one of those exos. That would be nice. Oh, he has another bunker behind. Let me try to target that one. That exo falls. That lancer falls, and that is quite good for us. I think I'm going to slowly start creeping up. Need to make sure you always have energy on these guys. If you ever run out of energy, the attack is just really weak. It's super, super weak, so you need to be super careful with that. Yeah, that thing has a crazy freaking range, by the way. Holy. I think I can probably build this guy. I do have a lot of power. His exos are a bit exposed here. They do have slightly more range than my things, it looks like. Let's see. Can I kill one of those? Oh, I did actually get one of those. That's nice. Probably going to get another one because he went a little bit too far forward there. Exactly. Maybe a little too far forward again. Going to be able to target these couple down. There we go. A couple more exos. I'm out of energy, I think, on a lot of these. That's why I'm not doing a lot of damage right now. That one barely didn't fall. He has another bunker up here, and that is going to be very, very painful. We do have a couple more argents down here. Wait, that is in range? How is that in range? No freaking way. Oh, man. This is somehow really stupid and really tense at the same time. I think I'm just going to try and do something here. This sucks for us. I really don't want that to die, but I don't think we really have a choice here. I think I'm just going to try and target this one down. I know it's going to be very painful, but I think we will just have to because otherwise we're going to be in too much trouble here. There we go. And now I'm going to get my own bunker thingy up close enough. Should be able to... Can I shoot that thing? I'm not quite sure. It's really shocking how much range that thing actually has, right? Let's see, do a little bit of damage on that. We're going to be able to kill the habitat at least. Can I kill that? Not quite. I can maybe sneakily start a thing on the right side. Like, I just need more argents. If I ever can... Wait, it actually has more range. No freaking way. I thought this thing had an absurd range, but apparently his stuff is way more range than that even. Okay, well... Yeah, I mean, actually, I don't really know what to do at this point on because his stuff is just a little stronger than mine. I don't think I can ever break him. I might have to expand in, you know, somewhere. He also has the upgrade now for the exos, which is quite good. Not quite sure if we had that before, but he definitely has it now. Maybe I have to go over here and try to see if he has that base. He didn't have the natural before. Yeah, I don't think there's really much I can do about it. I can overcharge, actually. Maybe that is not the craziest choice. We're just doing overcharge because the range on that is pretty freaking crazy as well. Okay, so these have max energy. I'm going to be able to burst down a bunker, but he has another one over there, so I think it's probably not worth it. I can't really escape with these argents unless I find a way to take down the trees as well. What should I be getting over here? I actually do not know. This is also... Oh, it's actually mining out pretty soon, crazily enough. Like, look at the range on that bunker, guys. Oh my god, that's like a siege tank from StarCraft 2, right? Like, the range on that is so crazy. It's actually like a freaking siege tank. Now, oh no, I didn't see his units nearby, so I went for it. But he did actually have them nearby. See? Oh man. It barely didn't do enough damage here. Okay, so we're gonna escape with this. Looks like he wants to go, which gives me opportunity to go for this instead, I believe. And let's see. Yeah, this is an empty bunker now, so I'm gonna be able to target that one down. If he's not stimmed, actually, I can probably take this one down if he's not paying attention. Nah, it's not worth it, right? Exactly. Let me just kill that one low HP Exo. And there we go. We made a little bit of progress over there. I do think at this point he does have enough Exos to confirm himself the game, to be honest. Like, I don't think I can beat this with just these Argents anymore. Okay, that range is just... It gets crazier every time I freaking see it. Holy cow, that is so crazy. Okay, let me just kill this habitat over here. That should supply block him a little bit. Hopefully, I really hope he didn't have this base all the time. Then we still might have a shot over here. Let's see. Do not do that. What the hell are you doing? Okay, maybe I need to catch him off guard somehow, but I'm not quite sure how I can do this. I don't have Therium here, by the way, so that is, yeah, a little bit of a problem, you could say. Let's see. If he has something here, I should be able to cannon rush it, I think, with just my arc ship. Let's see if he has this base. I don't think he does, by the way, but yeah, who knows? Dude, the Exos are so much better than my Argents right now. That's kind of crazy. The Exos actually kind of dunk on my stuff. Let me just do an overcharge. Look how easily they pick off some of my workers, right? That's insane. Okay. Yeah, I can't do anything against the bunkers at all. Like, the range... I think they might have to tone down the range on that because it's actually like a freaking siege tank. Like, that's insane. I don't think a bunker with a marine inside is supposed to have siege tank range. Okay, so he did not have this base. I guess I could go for Therium. Like, the thing is, Celestials has a super good unit called... wait, where's my... Oh, here the prisms are. Called the Kree, which does counter pretty much everything the Vanguard can build. I think yeah, I mined out. Oh, that sucks. Okay, you guys go over here. And then I guess I'll send this one to start mining over here. I can mine with just my arc ship, by the way. They can return resources to the arc ship, so I don't have to worry about it that much. Make sure to kill that flower. And I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do over here. Like, I could just keep overcharging forever. That's probably, like, the play. Like, I don't want him to break this. Wait, can I? No. For a second, I thought I could also fly away with these buildings. That would be a little insane. Okay, so what I need to make now is a Guardian Nexus. I can almost build that. That's going to enable my crease. There we go. I don't think I can... If I ever lose this position, then we are screwed, by the way. So I have to be extremely careful. I'm going to do a scan. He has 3 barracks. He also has medtechs already. Yeah, this is really not looking super good for us, guys. That's probably an understatement, but it is what it is. If I can get enough crease out here, then we're definitely going to have a shot. Maybe I can get the medtech. It's a very expensive unit. Yes, we actually got that. There we go. Okay, that is nice. I can just make a couple more... Maybe I should make this into a strike node. I feel like it's not the craziest idea ever, to be honest. Let's see. I can also make a Therium Purifier. I don't think I really need it yet. Okay, there we go. I'm going to start making Krees, and then I get the upgrade. This is the most broken unit in the game right now, by the way. So if anything is going to salvage the game for me, it is going to be the Kree. Now, I don't think I can get any closer here. Ideally, I have my arc ship over here so it can actually heal. It actually built so freaking fast, huh? Not bad. So you just overcharge that again. Overcharge. I am running out of overcharges, by the way, guys. So that is not good. Like, the thing is, he has 3 bunkers in good locations with a lot of units. Though, technically, my base is pretty deep. Like, this is not my entire base, right? Like, it's still another layer. So we might actually be okay here. So this is not going to mine out anytime soon, luckily. I'm just going to be spamming Krees here for now. I kind of wish... Is there a way to kill this? I think there might be a way to... take down the trees there. I know you can do it with certain units. I'm just not quite sure what I can do it with. Let's see. Oh, he put a shield on that. Okay, that's going to be a little scary. I don't have an overcharge yet, so that's going to make this a lot harder. He did use the shield ability a little early, guys, so that really is not so bad for us. Let's make a power bank over here. I think you always want to be in the green when it comes to power. Then you're doing good. Okay, so this is the most OP unit in the game right now, guys. Are they going to be able to save me? I freaking hope so. Okay, so these are both strike notes. I'm going to use an overcharge as well. This is a very good fight for me, by the way. Like, this is the best fight I could have ever taken. I think I'm going to bring the Kreese out already. Let's see, here we go. The Kreese are gonna pop off. Let's see, he needs to run to his bunkers ASAP. Let's see how well the Kreese do. They should be able to do really well here, but the bunkers, they scare me. Yeah, the bunkers are popping off so hard. Like, without the bunkers, I'm pretty sure he would just die instantly. But the bunkers, they're just insanely good. I'm just making sure to predict this strike node over here for now. Let's see. Yeah, I really need to find a way to escape from here, but I don't think I can. I can start making other units, however. Let's see. Maybe I should go for the air unit building. I'm going to be able to kill a lot of exos there just in that one little segment. Let's see. What do I make over here? Probably just another power bank, I think. I'm getting a lot of... Well, these units are the same cost, the Kree and the Exo. That's pretty crazy to me as well. If he wants to fight me, he is going to die at some point. So he needs to be so careful over here. Here we go. I'm just going to roll in. He has to run for the bunker. And then I'm going to get these Argents in this base at the same time, which is super nice. Let's see. I'm going to kill a couple of units and then back off. He did use the overcharge already. I would actually love to run by with the Kreese. If I get a run by with the Kreese, all of a sudden we're going to be in a really good spot where we can deal damage. I think this is the most distracted he's going to be. So maybe this is the time that I go for it. Oh, he does have... Dude, I freaking hate these bunkers, man. These bunkers have made... Look at this. They've made life so hard for me. It's insane. Okay, so we did manage to escape over here. Stop shooting me from downtown, please. It's going to make me go crazy at some point. Okay, let's see. I'm going to make another expansion. And then I think he might evacuate the bunkers. Let's see if I can do some damage over here. Okay, good damage to begin with. Oh, he does have bunkers over there. I'm going to try to run in here now. Let's see if I can kill these workers. Oh my god, actually... Oh, we're so close to killing so many of them. Oh, this mineral line's already mined out. I didn't even realize that. Okay, so I'm just going to hide here for now. If it's just one bunker, I can actually kill them quite well. That is pretty good to know. Let's see. Wait. Oh, dude, I just... That's so stupid by me. I just didn't realize that... I'm just going to have to go for this, I think. Here we go. And then I'm going to run away with whatever I have. Guess I'll just try to kill this for now. I'm not quite sure how much more I can kill. Let's see. They also explode on death, by the way. So if I'm in the mineral line, I might actually kill a couple of workers. Exactly. We're going to kill a couple of workers with that, which is really nice. And now I have to escape again and hope I have enough Kreese for... Yeah, the follow-up attack that he's going to be doing on my base. I do have a double overcharge, which is really not bad. I'm going to try to get this base over here. He shouldn't be able to attack already, I don't think. Especially not into a double overcharge. I do have one Kree alive over here, surprisingly. Let's see. This game has been 23 freaking minutes, by the way, which is just insane. Now, I think I've mined enough Theriums from here so I can send these workers over here. And somehow we have found ourselves on a pretty even economy, I would say. Now, I still need a unit that can win me this game, which is probably going to be the Kree, but just not from freaking inside here, right? I think there's also like some carrier units that you can build that would probably do very well for me. Oh, actually, one thing I can do is I can make a... This is actually a very cool thing, by the way. You can make a creation chamber, and you can designate a prime one, which means that everything is going to spawn from this. I think that is the best thing I can do. With the economy I have now, I can't actually afford another barracks, so that should be pretty good. Let's see. Does he have units here? If he doesn't have units, I can finally kill these bunkers. He's going for a lot of dogs, apparently. Oh, he's going to go for the air units. Huh. That actually kind of caught me off guard, to be honest. I really didn't see that one coming. Guess I'll just try and kill the main base over here. That's going to be a pretty nice pickup. These air units are not crazy strong. Wait, he's going for dogs and air units, surprisingly. I mean, I know I killed his biolab, but it's still crazy to me to see him go for dogs like that. I'm going to run by into there. Let's see, please. Oh, no. Of course, he has freaking units inside. That is painful. Guess I'll just overcharge that for now to buy some time. He does have a little bit of an army. It's also not the best army ever, though. What is my play gonna be here, guys? I think I need to get an upgrade as well. Let's see. I'm gonna get the upgrade for the Argents. I think that would be smart. Yeah, so he has mass air unit, which... I mean, they're really not the strongest ever, but the Kreese don't shoot up, right? It's actually a very interesting choice by him, I have to say. Okay, I'm just gonna make a lot of units over here. I could even make a couple more No, actually, I'll make another base instead. I think that sounds smart. How much do you need for that? Wait, how much was that? Oh, 200, 100. Wait, he had a base over here? No, he had a hidden base. Oh, that sucks. Oh, no. Well, I don't think he's had that for... Why can I not build this? Hello? Oh, I can. It just... It was just trolling me or what? Actually, I did these things stayed alive for a lot longer than I thought they would. Okay, so he had a hidden base over there, or at least I think it was still a recent base, but there's a base over there. He's making a lot of barracks, it seems like. Why are you guys here? I feel like that does happen to me a lot, that I randomly select the prism or something. So now he's gonna see that I have the Argents over here. I think the best thing I can do is just kind of... Oh, that's way too many units. Yeah, I need to be careful. I'm actually gonna... That's not what I decided to do, or what I wanted to do. I can overcharge all of these buildings. I think that's the best thing I can do for now. And then I'm going to try to attack his top base over there. I am running out of power. And I kind of think with that hidden base, we are going to have to forfeit this game, to be honest, guys. Like, I'm going to be able to do damage here. But he's going to kill 3 of my barracks. And... yeah, I don't think I can actually recover from this. Well, I'm going to try, because I'm not entirely sure. So why would I give up? I did lose all of my freaking power. So I simply don't have any power right now. Let's see if there's anything I can do here. Probably going to be able to kill... yeah, I should be able to kill all of these workers, actually. He does have the overcharge. Let's see. Is it going to save him with the overcharge? The overcharge can even save him against Kreese, apparently. He does... Oh, man. The Exo's coming out in time as well. His buildings or his units are already here. Now, I'm going to be able to kill most of these, but I'm not quite sure if I can kill enough. Like, I don't have power right now, so I can't even overcharge my buildings if I wanted to. Now, let's see. I think the workers should be fine. I'm killing a lot of these with my Argents, though, but I think his main army is still going to be uncontested, and that is going to be it for the final game. And oh my goodness, that game was probably 5 times longer than I would have thought after that start, but that is going to be it. And the conclusion is, well, honestly, I think you guys probably have formed it by yourself at this point. I think personally, I am still a little bit disappointed. I feel like the important categories, this game is still lacking a bit behind StarCraft. I would say that the visibility is worse. The audio is definitely worse. The unit control is worse. The balance is worse. I think the meta is worse. I do think a couple of those things are things that can be pretty easily fixed. Like when it comes to the sound levels literally just need to be more balanced, and they need to fix 1 or 2 of the sounds that are just horrible. When it comes to the balance, it really is going to be just a couple changes that could really make it a lot better. Because for now, I think the game does have a lot of potential. Like, it feels like there's a lot of things to figure out. It kind of gives the StarCraft vibe where you want to figure out exactly how to do a build. Celestials is maybe a little bit too off the charts, but besides that, I think the game does seem like it has a lot of potential. If they change the Celestials a little bit, if they balance the game a little bit better, if they make it so that Cannon Rush isn't a necessary strategy for anyone playing as Celestials or against Celestials, is going to be a lot better. But I'm pretty tired after playing all of those games. I hope you guys had a good time. Make sure to let me know what you thought in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see y'all for the next one. Adios.